A big Cardano news update for you guys to start off your week. It's the 31st of March 2025. There's a lot to go through here. I'm trying to cover as many projects as possible, as quickly as possible to keep you guys up to date. So let's get right into it. This first news update here, this one is around Intersect and the upcoming committee votes. You can now nominate yourself for many of these positions in these committee groups, everything from Intersect Steering Committee, Cardano Civics, memberships, and so on and so on. The number of positions you can see here. So they're looking for quite a few applications at the moment. Now, the application process is just started. You can nominate yourself or have someone to nominate you. Just fill in the application form. I'll put links down below for everyone so you can find it there. Then voting happens after that. We've got voting period, and then the results are all collated, reviewed, and election results announced in May 12th this year. But if you want to be a part of the future of Cardano and you have the time and effort to contribute and volunteer in these various positions, now is the time to do it. These are annual positions, so they go for a year and you'll be able to help direct these various committees and help grow marketing or the technical steering aspects, open source, and all sorts of things. I'm interested in some of these aspects around open source and helping build and foster those type of communities. But I don't think I have time for this type of work. It's a lot of time and effort to work on these committees, and it'll sink up all your spare time, that's for sure. But if you're interested, links down below for you guys. This next news update here, I thought this was pretty cool, and we're seeing the glimpses of Midnight coming out very soon. So hopefully we do see it this year. This is the partner chain that's running on Polkadot Substrate. Their technology, bring in privacy for the Cardano ecosystem. It's running as a separate chain, but it will allow private transactions to flow through Midnight, but also allow it to be viewed by authorities if needed. So you have the option to make it private or public based on how you control your transaction. So by default, it's private, but one of the aspects around it is identity. And this is something that's really needed to make the chain much more functional in the current financial systems. And IAMX has partnered up with them, so I thought this was a brilliant partnership. It just makes sense. You can read more about it. You can listen to the space here. It happened just yesterday, a day before, I should say. I'll put links down below if you want to listen to it. But I'll go through this X space as well and pick out some highlights and put it in a future update for you guys. But guys, this Midnight IAMX partnership I thought was absolutely brilliant. Now, I do these videos on a regular basis to keep you guys up to date with everything that's happening. I do all these interviews, and I don't get paid for any of this. All my revenue primarily comes from the YouTube ads and sale of NFTs. So if you want to support the channel, you can become a channel member. You can have a look here. These are all my fantastic channel members at the moment. You can subscribe if you have the means to do so, and it's just a price of a cup of coffee. So I've kept it as low as possible. So if you do have the means, if you do want to support, you can do so that way, and it keeps me going, keeps me motivated, and keeps me producing these videos for you guys. If you can't afford that, that's totally fine. You don't need to. Don't feel guilty that you can't, but if you can, at least hit that like and subscribe button. It helps with the algorithm and it helps me get these videos out there for the community. Now, with that out of the way, let's get back to it. Now, this announcement from Tokeo is really cool. And Iagon, they're doing the whole decentralized storage. They're making huge gains at the moment and really attracting attention of some major players. But this here, I thought was cool. Now, a lot of community members out there, you can run your own nodes and provide storage for Iagon. And I think they've got some petabytes. They're in the petabytes, lots and lots of petabytes. I can't remember the exact number, but they're growing phenomenally. And Tokeo, probably the nicest mobile wallet out there now in the Cardano space, and soon a desktop one as well. They're bringing out a desktop extension, but they've set up their own Tokeo nodes for Iagon, and you can delegate to these particular nodes. Well, actually, you can't anymore because they've been filled. But you could, if you just monitor the Iagon dashboard, if they dip down, you can delegate to the Tokeo nodes. Or check out some other Iagon nodes here as well. You'll be able to see where you can stake your IAG tokens. and potentially gain some more tokens from that process there. So you can connect your wallet, find your node that you want to delegate to, and then delegate and stake those Iagon tokens. So that's a really nice way of earning a little bit more within the ecosystem. Now, Midgard, I mentioned a couple of episodes ago, but they released their code. So it's all open source. You can see it online, and they're putting together demos now to show the community how it all works. So if you're technically inclined, you can do that all yourself. But Midgard allows dApps in the Cardano space to deploy on their L2, their layer 2 solution, and really scale up transactions on the Cardano blockchain. So this is really, really exciting stuff. But you can check out the demo. They'll be demoing this at Builderfest in Vietnam later next month, I think it was. And you'll be able to see this all work. So hopefully we do see some videos online of the demo, and we'll be able to see some really cool dApps built on the Cardano ecosystem ported over to Midgard. So this is going to be really exciting to see. This is a first glimpse of an L2 scaling solution besides Hydra, which you saw late last year, but some more of these scaling solutions around for Cardano dApps, the better, because it will bring more scalability for users out there. This next news update is from Begin Wallet, and it's another really good mobile wallet out there, and they're punching in a lot of really cool features, which I absolutely love. It makes the user experience for everyone just that little bit better. And this one here is a brand new kind of a DApp Explorer, but DApp rating, on-chain DApp rating, I should say. And it's powered by Cardano Cube. And you can scroll down here. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. This is it here. And you can see on each one of the various dApps here, you can see NMaker. Let me zoom in for you guys. But you can see NMaker there, and it's got a rating there. And this rating comes in from Cardano Cube itself. If you haven't checked out Cardano Cube, it's like a all-encompassing overview of what's happening in the Cardano ecosystem. You can get to the website and see exactly what's happening around the space. Anytime there's a brand new project that comes online, they submit themselves here, and the community can review it and check out exactly what's going on, learn more about the projects, etc., etc. So Cardano Cube have integrated in their rating system with Begin Wallet here. And I think it's a really good way for anyone that's starting out in Cardano to be able to look into various projects and go, hey, if the community is giving this a lot of 5-star ratings, maybe it's pretty good for me to have a look at this one and find out exactly what's going on with it too. So really nice added feature, kind of highlights all these really cool projects in the Cardano space and makes the whole onboarding experience a lot better for users too. So congratulations on to Begin Wallet for bringing out that brand new feature. Another wallet I would like to give a big shout out to is Gero Wallet, or should I say Gero Dashboard now. They've just gone through a name change to kind of reflect what they actually do here. And this is a preview. This is what it kind of looks like at the moment. I haven't seen this live yet. Haven't seen it in a beta or a preview or anything, but it looks kind of slick. I like this kind of, futuristic neo dashboard kind of look. It's quite nice, and you'll be able to do everything you expect within the Cardano ecosystem on their dashboard. This is a browser extension one, so it's quite nice what they've done there. They've got some really cool security features in there too, so do check that one out. This next news update is around Mayz protocol. They do decentralized index funds. So you can buy into a particular fund and it will represent a basket of tokens, just as you would buy an index fund in the stock market, which might represent the top 500 stocks in the S&P 500, for example. So you can buy now indexes on the Cardano ecosystem. And this is really exciting stuff because it makes that whole decision-making process of what token to buy a lot easier. Now, from the looks of it, it isn't quite live on their website yet. So the interface and everything needs to be updated. You can check out their testnet to see how the protocol works, and you can try it out for yourself. But here you can see like the Cardano DEX index. If you buy into this particular one here, you get exposure to all the DEXs within the ecosystem. So that's how it kind of works. Now, the news update here, it says smart contracts are now deployed on Cardano. A UI will go live very soon, allowing everyone to create, invest in, and manage fully decentralized index funds. So looking forward to that full final launch, but good to see they're making big progress on launching their protocol and bringing index funds to the Cardano ecosystem. I used to work for another project called Blueshift that did that as well, but they worked over on the Milcometer chain. So it's slightly different how they worked, But indexes, I think, are a brilliant solution for, not a brilliant solution, a brilliant idea, and brings solutions to the Cardano ecosystem. Another project that is doing it is Metera as well. They're working with Cerebus on a lot of things to make their tokens a little bit more appealing with their risk rating portfolios. So this is another one that is launching very soon. They're on testnet at the moment, and they'll be launching hopefully very soon too. Considering that Mayz has launched, I'm sure Metera is just a little bit further behind in putting that all on chain and all on live on Mainnet. So looking forward to this one too. These are brilliant options for anyone that is wondering what to play around within the Cardano space and haven't really exposed themselves to it. These index funds will make things so much easier. Strike Finance are bringing derivatives to Cardano. And for anyone that is unfamiliar with that, the whole perpetuals and leverage trading is what it's all about. So you can do a trade on Cardano and do a prediction whether the market will go up or down, and put or call options, those particular trades, more advanced trades, onto their platform. And this will give you 10x gains or 10x losses. So there's lots of different things here that you can do with Strike Finance to really maximize your potential gains on the platform. But do make sure you have a really good understanding of how perpetuals work. I did do an interview with the team a little while back, so I'll put links down below for you guys so you can get up to date with this one as well and get a better understanding of how it works. But if you're not trading on Cardano at the moment, I wouldn't exactly jump straight to this one without understanding how things all work. So I will put links down below, but congratulations Strike Finance for launching on the test net and getting people in there. Over 500 positions already opened in a few days. So that's really good to see. So exciting stuff, guys. Can't wait for this one to launch. Another platform, Bodega Markets. Now these guys are doing prediction markets. Now Poly Markets over on Polygon, they do the same thing, and they grew phenomenally during the previous US election, where there were predictions being made on who was going to be the winner of the US election, but they also went down granularly to the state by state elections to see how things would pan out. And it's crazy how accurate that was. When you're getting polling data from users that are putting money against the platform, and they're doing deep research into every single state, and etc. It really became apparent how accurate the collective data from all these users was. So this is a booming market, and in another 4 years' time, I suspect Bodega Markets on Cardano, we should see something very similar in terms of growth patterns for their ecosystem. But anyway, they're launching a V2 of the platform already. So they only launched a little bit earlier this year, and on April 1st, they'll be launching their next version of this with a improved UI and all things around it. So this is really cool stuff. Bodega Markets, do check them out if you haven't done so already. They've got their own token, and their live platform is absolutely thriving at the moment with lots of prediction markets to choose from. Now, it essentially is betting. You're betting on an outcome of a particular poll that's been put up, and you put ADA against that particular bet. So it's pretty cool how it works. It's just another platform out there that gives users on the Cardano ecosystem something to do, and gives utility to the token as well. So really cool stuff, guys. Keep up the good work. Wanchain is one of the best protocols out there in crypto in general. Now, they do bridging of assets. They're a bridge that's been running for over 7 years now, and they haven't had any downtime. They're completely decentralized, and they're doing some really cool things for the Cardano ecosystem as well. So this is just a way of earning some extra rewards. There is a soul pool coming to Cardano very soon, which is exciting. There's also Polygon and some other tokens as well. So all these cross-chain assets are coming over to the Cardano ecosystem via Wanchain Bridge. Really cool stuff. But with Indigo and Wanchain, they have a proposal at the moment for dual farming rewards. So you can get Indy tokens and Wanchain assets, BTC, IBTC, ETH, IETH, and all these other ones. So you can swap between these particular tokens as you're bridging them in. So you can bridge in these BTC or ETH or USDC, SOL, etc. over to the ecosystem and change them over to the Cardano native version, and then start participating in DeFi and governance and everything else around there. So this is pretty exciting stuff. This is a governance proposal for this at the moment for the dual incentive program. You can check that out on indigoprotocol.io under governance, and you can vote on that as well. But it looks like it's going to be a resounding yes for this one here. It's already past that 65% mark, and we'll see those type of rewards on the ecosystem really soon. Another announcement from Wanchain is around their audit. Now, this is a second external audit by TxPipe. So the first one was by Anastasia Labs, a brilliant dev house in the Cardano space. And now TxPipe have done a secondary audit. So everything seems hunky-dory. It seems really good. Having two of the big powerhouses within the Cardano space audits the bridge means that it should be pretty good. And you can check it out here, bridge.wanchain.org, and you can see what type of assets you can bridge into the Cardano ecosystem at the moment, and bridge out as well, actually. But you can check out the bridge itself. I've got tutorials for this as well. So if you're wanting to learn how to bridge assets from one chain to another, you can just search for the chain that you want, such as Solana, for example. That will come up eventually, and you'll be able to see the list of assets that they have that you can move over to Cardano. So really easy bridge to use. You just got to connect your wallet and away you go. So links, tutorials, and interviews are all down below for you guys. Now, talking about TxPipe, these guys are insane. They're doing some amazing development. And this here is a project called Griffin, where they're using Substrate, that Polkadot base, and building on top of that. They built a framework for building app chains using the UTXO, the eUTXO model, and the Plutus language. So they're making Substrate, well, they're making Cardano dApps and all the UTXO side of things work with Substrate. So this is crazy interoperability development. They're making this all possible so that other people that are building partner chains using Substrate can use their project called Griffin to make this all possible. So projects that are building on Cardano already can use Griffin to port over to Substrate and use that to scale up their applications or whatever they want to do there, create some more bridges or interoperability with other ecosystems. So this is a key infrastructure piece thanks to TxPipe. If you want to learn more about it, links down below for you guys. But this is something that is really cool and really needed for the Cardano space. Now, if you want to learn more about what's happening in the Cardano ecosystem or how to use various dApps, Olympus Insights had launched recently, and I did sign up and had to play around with their platform as well. So I have signed up for an account. I can list courses on there, or you can go through and look at the multitude of courses that they have already. They've pulled in resources from all over the crypto space onto their platform, so that you can go through, you can earn rewards for doing so, and then apply that knowledge within the actual Cardano ecosystem and actually get some gains out of it. So it's a pretty cool platform itself. The Oli token is what they have, and building education and educating people on crypto is what they're all about. So do check that one out. There is another one here that is quite widely used in the Cardano ecosystem. That's Work Courses, which is now known as Wisdom, all about Web3 education. They do have that Learn to Earn platform within there as well. And they also have gated courses too. So you need their work token. Maybe it might have changed their token name, but you do need some of their tokens to gain access to some of the courses too. But they're another really cool platform out there that are trying to educate everyone out there about how to use DeFi and everything in the Cardano space. Now, on the theme of education, Luke is here. I believe you can call him the original creator of Aiken, the smart contract language or a domain-specific smart contract language for Cardano that pretty much all the dApps out there are using at the moment, but it's a really much easier implementation of smart contracts for Cardano, and it converts it to Plutus. So it all does it in the back end for you, but it has all these really cool debugging tools and it just makes smart contract development easier. He's recently finished a lecture with microproofs in Florida International University teaching people how to use Aiken. This is brilliant stuff. This is taking the education of DApp development to the university level, where these university students will be inspired and start building decentralized applications using Cardano. And more of this lecture material around how to write smart contracts in Aiken. And hopefully Lucas can go to other universities around the country, there in the States at least, and start promoting using Aiken as a smart contract language, and why it's so valuable, and why building on Cardano is so such an advantageous thing for decentralized applications. So hopefully we do see a lot more of this, and congratulations, Lucas, for doing that, and Microproofs also for going in there and doing what you need to do to make that all happen. Now, this last news story that I mentioned is from Banana Clip Games. I did an interview with these guys as well, maybe about a year ago, and everyone was wondering, what on earth are these guys doing? Where have they been? They've been building in the background, and now they've released multiple games. They've released them in batches, all these really cool games that you can play, and you can earn the Banana Clip tokens, I think it's Nana tokens, I can't remember now. But you can earn the tokens and unlock things within the games as well. So they've gone through and just released by batches every few days a few more games. So you can now check out their platform, play all these really cool games, earn the tokens, earn from prize pools, all sorts of things. So if you're wondering what were they doing, they were building, and they have delivered quite a few things out there. And you can go ahead, play the game. Tower defense games is the ones that I love to play myself. So do check that out. Links all down below for you guys. All right, that's all I have for you guys for this particular news update. I know there was a lot in there, but as always, all the links references are in the show notes on the learncardano.io website. You can check that out. Links down below for you guys. Don't forget, on your way out, hit that thumbs up, like, subscribe, notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.